हेलो दोस्तों, आप लोगों का स्वागत है हमारे चैनल टेक क्लोर्स में। आज हम बात करेंगे आईपीसी के बारे में और आज का हमारा टॉपिक है जनरल एक्सप्लेनेशन की चैप्टर सेकंड है और इसकी रेंज है सेक्शन 60 टू 52। Section 6 Definition in the code to be understood subject to exception. Throughout this code, every definition of an offense, every penal provision, and every illustration of every such definition or provision shall be understood subject to the exception contained in the chapter entitled General Exception. Throughout, those exceptions are not repeated in such definition, penal provision, or illustration. The section in this code which contain definition of offense do not express that a child under 7 years of age cannot commit such offense, but the definitions are to be understood subject to the general exception which provide that nothing shall be offense which is done by a child under 7 years of age. So in this illustration यहाँ पे डिफाइन किया गया है कि जो आपका ऑफेंस है उसकी डेफिनेशन दी गई है कि 7 साल से जो छोटा बच्चा है वो कोई ऑफेंस नहीं करता, बट द डेफिनेशन आर नॉट टू बी अंडरस्टूड सब्जेक्ट टू द जनरल एक्सेप्शन। बट जो डेफिनेशन है वो जनरल एक्सेप्शन के अंडर प्रोवाइड की गई है कि नथिंग इज एन ऑफेंस व्हिच इज डन बाय ए चाइल्ड under 7 years of age. Now, section 7 sense of expression once explained. Every expression which is explained in any part of this code is used in every part of this code in conformity with the explanation. That's mean जो आईपीसी में एक जगह डेफिनेशन दी गई है, द सेम सेंस और सेम डेफिनेशन वी आर गोइंग टू यूज इन एंटायर आईपीसी। इसका मतलब है जो आईपीसी में एक जगह यानी एक प्लेस पे जो डेफिनेशन हम लोगों ने दी है, लाइक पर्सन वी आर डिफाइंड इन section 11, so we are going to use the same definition in whole IPC. That's the meaning of section 7. Section 8 gender. The pronoun he and its derivative are used of any person whether male or female. पर अगर हम लोगों ने हीज या हिम यूज किया है तो उसका मतलब हर भी होगा. So we are going to use like he or maybe him और हीज. सो उसका मतलब हम वहाँ पे यूज कर सकते हैं शी और हर भी वहाँ पे इंक्लूडेड होगा. सेक्शन 9 नंबर. Unless the contrary appear from the context, word importing the singular number including the plural number and word importing द प्लूरल नंबर इंक्लूडिंग द सिंगुलर नंबर. दैट्स मीन अगर कहीं पर सिंगुलर नंबर लिखा है तो उसका मतलब प्लूरल नंबर भी माना जाएगा और कहीं पर प्लूरल नंबर लिखा है तो उसका मतलब सिंगुलर नंबर माना जाएगा. ओके. सेक्शन 10 मेन वुमेन. The word man denote a male human being of any age and the word woman denote a female human being of any age. That's mean in IPC अगर हम लोग वर्ड यूज करते हैं मेन, दैट्स मीन एनी मेल ह्यूमन बीइंग. ओके. और अगर हम वर्ड यूज कर रहे हैं वुमेन, दैट्स मीन फीमेल ह्यूमन बीइंग ऑफ एनी एज. Section 11 person. The word person include any company or association or body of person whether incorporated or not. So person की definition जो आईपीसी में दी गई है इसका मतलब कोई भी कंपनी और एसोसिएशन और ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल, दैट्स कॉल्ड पर्सन. लाइक कोई भी कंपनी या कुछ भी है सो उसको हम लोग पर्सन से डिनोट करेंगे आईपीसी में. Section 12 public. The word public include any class of public or any community. लाइक अगर हम पब्लिक की डेफिनेशन देखेंगे आईपीसी में, सो एनी ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल, एनी ग्रुप ऑफ कम्युनिटी, लाइक कोई कम्युनिटी है, कोई ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल है और कोई क्लास ऑफ पीपल है, सो वो सब हम लोग पब्लिक के अंदर इंक्लूड करेंगे. So now section 30 is omitted, and now we came to the section 14 as the servant of government. The word servant of government denote any officer or servant continue or appointed or employed in India by or under the authority of government. That mean अगर कोई भी एम्प्लॉय जो कि भारत सरकार के अंडर में काम करता है या काम कर रहा है, वो सर्वेंट ऑफ गवर्नमेंट कहलाएगा. Okay, so section आपका 15 or 16 is repealed, and now we came to the section 17 is government. The word government denote the central government or government of a state. That's mean like हम लोग state government और जो central government है उसको हम लोग government कहकर संबोधित करेंगे. Section 18th India. India means the territory of India excluding the state of Jammu and Kashmir. That's mean India भारत के अंदर इंडिया की सारी टेरिटरी और स्टेट आ जाएंगे एक्सक्लूडिंग जम्मू एंड कश्मीर. Now section 19 judge. The word judge denotes not only every person who is officially designated as a judge but also every person who is empowered by law to give in any legal proceeding, civil or criminal, a definitive judgment or judgment which, if not appealed against, would be definitive, or a judgment which is conferred by some other authority would be definitive, or who is one of a body or person which body of person is empowered by law to give such a judgment. So judge इसका मतलब है कि any person who is like empowered to give the judgment would be a judge. Section 20 Court of Justice. The word Court of Justice denote a judge who is empowered by law to act judicially alone, or body of judges which is empowered by law to act judiciary as a body when such judge or body of judges is acting judiciary. So court of justice means like जो आपके जजेस हैं वो अकेले या फिर लाइक बॉडी ऑफ जजेस जो empowered है by judiciary as a body, वो अपना they all judges will act judiciary, and that court was called court of justice. So there's an illustration. I just explained the illustration as well. A panchayat acting under Regulation 7 1816 of Madras Court having power to try and determine suit is a court of justice. Section 21 Public Servant. The word public servant denote a person falling under any of the description hereinafter following, namely. Like the first is not given. Second, every commissioned officer in military, navy, force of India. And third, it's given every judge, including any person empowered by law to discharge, whether by himself or as a member of any body of person, any adjudicatory function. Fourth, every officer of a court of justice, including a liquidator, receiver, or commissioner, whose duty it is as such officer to investigate or report on any matter of law or fact, or to make, authenticate, or keep any document, or to take charge or dispose of any property, or to execute any judicial process, or to administer any oath, or to interrupt, or to preserve order in the court, and every person especially authorized by a court of justice to perform any of such duties. Fifth, every juryman, assessor, or member of a panchayat assisting a court of justice or public servant. Sixth, every arbitrator or other person to whom any cause or matter has been referred for decision or report to any court of justice or by any other competent public authority. Seventh, every person who hold any office by virtue of which he is empowered to place or keep any person in confinement. Eighth, every officer of the government whose duty it is as such officer to prevent offense, to give information of the offense, to bring offender to justice, or to protect the public health, safety, and convenience. Ninth, every officer whose duty it is as such officer to take, receive, keep, or expend any property on behalf of the government, or make any survey, assessment, or contract on behalf of government, or execute any revenue process, or investigate or report on any matter affecting the pecuniary interest of the government, or make, authenticate, or keep any document related to the pecuniary interest of the government, or to prevent the infraction of any law for the protection of the pecuniary interest of the government. 10th, every officer whose duty it is as such officer to take, receive, keep, or expend any property, to make any survey or assessment, or levy any rate or tax of any secular common purpose of any village, town, or district, or make any authenticate or keep any document for the ascertaining of the right of the people of the village, town, district. 11. Any person who hold any office in the virtue of which he is empowered to prepare, publish, maintain, or revise an electoral roll, or to conduct an election or part of an election. 12th, every person, there is a two subsection. 12th, subsection A, in this service or pay of the government of remunerated by fee or commission for the performance of any public duty by the government. B. In the service or pay of a local authority, a corporation established by or under a central, provisional, or state act, or government company as defined in section 617 of a Companies Act 1956. And there's a three explanation as well. Explanation 1, person falling under any of the above description are public servant, whether appointed by government or not. Explanation 2, whether the word public servant occur, they shall be understood of every person who is in actual position of the situation of a public servant, whatever legal defect there may be in his right to hold that situation. Explanation 3, the word election denote. Section 22, movable property. The word movable property are intended to include corporal property of every description except land and thing attached to the earth or permanently fastened to anything which is attached to the earth. Section 23, wrongful gain. Wrongful gain is a gain by unlawful mean of property to which the person gaining is not legally entitled. ओके, लाइक रॉन्गफुल गेन मीन्स लाइक आपने किसी ऐसी प्रॉपर्टी से आप कुछ गेन कर रहे हो जिससे आप लेने के लिए एंटाइटल नहीं हो, लाइक आप किसी से रेंट ले रहे हो जिस प्रॉपर्टी के ओनर आप नहीं हो. And wrongful loss is the loss by the unlawful mean of property to which the person losing it legally entitled, like the owner जिसकी वो प्रॉपर्टी है उसको जो लॉस हो रहा है बिकॉज आप उससे कुछ गेन कर रहे हो, सो वो जो आप उसका लॉस हो रहा है वो रॉन्गफुल लॉस है. Gaining wrongful, losing, gaining wrongfully, losing wrongfully. A person is said to be gaining wrongfully when such person retain wrongfully as well as when such person acquire wrongfully. A person is said to be lost wrongfully when such person is wrongfully kept out of any property as well as when such person is wrongly deprived of property. Section 24, dishonestly. Whoever done anything which is intending intention to causing wrongful gain to one person or wrongful loss to another person is said to be thing dishonesty. सो डिसऑनेस्टली मीन्स लाइक एक पर्सन से हम लोग wrongfully कुछ लेके दूसरे पर्सन को बेनिफिट मिल रहा है, सो वो आपका डिसऑनेस्टी होगा. Section 25, fraudulently, a person is said to do a thing fraudulently if he does that thing with intent to defraud but not otherwise. That's mean अगर कोई व्यक्ति कोई चीज किसी को फ्रॉड करने के इरादे से करता है तो उसको फ्रॉडेंटली कहा जाएगा, लेकिन उसकी इंटेंशन फ्रॉड करने की थी तो उसको हम लोग फ्रॉडेंटली कहेंगे. Section 26, reason to believe. A person is said to have reason to believe a thing if he has sufficient cause to believe that thing but not otherwise. That's mean अगर हम कहेंगे कि एक पर्सन के पास में रीजन टू बिलीव है, दैट्स मीन उसके पास में कोई सफिशिएंट कोज होना चाहिए उस चीज को बिलीव करने के लिए. Section 27, property in possession of wife, clerk, or servant. When property in the possession of a person, wife, clerk, or servant, on account of that person, it is in that person possession within the meaning of this code. That's mean अगर कोई प्रॉपर्टी किसी पर्सन की, लाइक सपोज एक मोबाइल फोन है और वो किसी पर्सन के पास उसको मिला है, तो उसने बोला वो मेरी वाइफ के पास है, तो वो उसकी वाइफ से रिकवर हुआ है, बट वो माना जाएगा कि वो उसी के पास से रिकवर हुआ है, उसी के पास था. सो द प्रॉपर्टी, इस सेक्शन का मतलब है कि जो प्रॉपर्टी है वो अगर अ, आपकी सर्वेंट, क्लर्क और वाइफ के पास से पोजीशन में है, तो वो प्रॉपर्टी उस पर्सन की ही मानी जाएगी. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग द वीडियो. प्लीज सब्सक्राइब आवर चैनल टेक एंड नेक्स्ट जो पार्ट है जल्दी आप लोगों के बीच में आएगा. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel and like and share with your friends.